Time now for Top That Trade. In this corner, Phil Flynn, a Fox Business News contributor, and standing right next to him, pro options trader Alan Nachman. Let's go a few rounds. Round number one, Roger That. Famed investor Jim Rogers says recession is a 100% chance with the U.S. this year. How do you play pessimism?
First of all, there's no such thing as 100% of anything. Number two, I'm not into labels, whether it's a bull market or bear market, whether it's a recession, whatever, politics, none of that matters. The only thing that matters is how the markets move and that opportunity that exists in any market conditions.
That's true. Not even Alan Nachman is 100% wrong. And in this case, Jim Rogers, listen, I know Jim Rogers very well. We've followed him for years. He is the commodity guru. But when it comes to this recession talk, I do think he's out of line. But if I was concerned about a recession, what do you normally do in a recession?
Gold?
You go into gold, absolutely. And gold has done well. And Jim Rogers has been a big bull on gold. He is a buyer of gold, and I think you can be too.
1450 is the halfway mark of that 1900 all-time high to that $1,000 low. So we still have some more upside, even though it is one of the best performing commodities so far in 2016.
Round number two, a taxing thought. 27 giant profitable S&P 500 companies paid no corporate tax in 2015. Who makes your lucky list?
Here you go. Well, go
Out
ahead,
of the
Alan.
27 companies,
Yeah.
you got to pick somebody. Who's a buy?
I think GM. I like GM. They pay a huge dividend right now. They're selling a lot of cars, and they're the type of company that just can't go out of business because they're going to get bailed out. So it's a no-lose situation, right?
Plus, they don't pay taxes. So
And they don't pay taxes.
That expense isn't
They
going to hurt the bottom
only
line.
take taxpayer dollars to save themselves.
I've got a couple,
Thank goodness we
couple
saved the
$11
industry.
stocks to look at. I'm looking at News Corp,
News Corp?
which you're going to have
We
to
love
defer
News Corp.
on.
News Corp is a great
and
corporation.
Hewlett Packard. They're both trading around $11
Well, the
here.
other thing I want to get to
They've had a bit of a sell-off.
But I'm very upset about this. You know, one of the famous companies, of course, that doesn't pay taxes was GE, right? And the CEO of GE, Jeffrey Immelt, was the guy telling everybody that we should be paying more taxes when his shareholders are not paying
Just
any.
like you don't do as you say, do as you do.
Exactly.
Did you guys actually agree on something? Let's go on to round number three, oil shortage. Olive oil prices are up about 20% in 2015, expected to climb higher this year. What commodities would you buy?
Well, that's just an important point, that things change very dynamically. A bad crop year, and these commodities can move all over the place. So I think you can't forget about the grain market, which has been subdued for a long time. No one's been talking about it. But I like silver. If you look at silver, the gold to silver ratio
Silver
is at...
doesn't grow in the field. You're saying you like grains and you
Gold
talk
doesn't,
silver.
gold doesn't grow on trees.
Oh, my goodness.
Gold-silver ratio is up around 80, so it's at a historically high level. So that means two things are going to happen. Either gold's going to come back down or silver's going to rise back up to get that relative value.
So your trade recommendation is nobody's talking about grains, buy silver. Come on. I'm more worried about the olive oil market. Look at these trees are getting wiped out. We have a shortage of olive oil. I don't know what I'm going to put on my salad. I love olive oil. This is awesome.
Pick a commodity.
Awful.
You gotta
I'm going to
pick
pick a commodity. I'm going to pick a commodity. I'm going to pick the real oil, Texas tea, sweet crude. That is at a bottom. I think we're going to have a huge year up. But getting back to the olive oil, I'm worried about these trees. Maybe we could get the oil guys to help the olive oil guys to figure out how to frack the trees. Maybe that can get us some more olive oil.
Okay, you could just squeeze it out just kind of like they do
Hey,
with
if prices go high enough, they'll find a way, Alan. You know that.
like they do with the shale and they do with
they did it with
Canadian
oil.
oil sands.
That's
They
it.
squeeze it so much that they get the oil out of it.
There you go. We have to figure
Good
it out.
idea.
Thank you.
Here's your bonus round question for today. How much money is lost as workers watch the Final Four, which is happening right now at CME Group? What do you think? Is it 1 billion, 1.7 billion, or 2 billion?
Now, is it lost or just
Wait a
not
second.
made?
I want to see if
Is
he
it
makes this
lost
shot.
Or,
Hold
lost
on,
or just
hold on.
not made? That's
Wait a second. There he goes. Yes. Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes.
Lost
Wow.
productivity.
Oh, man, what a
But
shot.
you gotta
People watching games.
But you gotta understand
No
that
work
not people
happening,
him
like
aren't
this
that
show.
productive anyways.
I'll say A.
So
Whatever A was, I'll go with A.
I'm going with the big number, 2.
Okay, and it's right in the middle, 1.7 billion. House wins.
All right.
I haven't won in like a month.
Yeah, it was like it hit the rim and bounced off, man. Oh, there it goes. Off.
Thanks for playing anyway. Business First AM continues right after this.